Good morning, everyone. I'm Gary Bodiford for AdventureCrew.com. Today we have an exciting trip in store for you. We're going to show you our great example of a classic trip down the Santa Elena Canyons on the Rio Grand. This is an exciting and beautiful float trip, and we're going through the courtesy of our friends at Big Bend River Tours. We'll be floating about 22 miles down through the canyon, and we'll be surrounded by cliffs up to 1,500 feet high. So it should be magnificent. So stick around, jump on the boat, and let's get going. Hey there, we're on the Rio Grand with John Parker, and John's doing a good job of taking us down the river here. Just curious, John, how's the river looking today?
Water level's dropping, but it's still a viable trip.
Any idea on what the flow is today?
I think it's about 16 cubic meters per second.
Now, it's been up until the piece we're in now, it's been pretty tranquil. Do we hit some more rapids up ahead?
Yeah, we'll hit some 2s and 3s, one class 4 in the canyon called the Rock Slide. Yeah, but most of this trip is very mellow. So beautiful.
So if you're coming out here and you're looking for a trip down the river, what's the best months to typically come out there? I know it's maybe hard to predict based on the river flow, but generally, what would you say?
Our rainy season is late summer, July, August, September. We get all of our 10 inches if we're lucky. That's when the river comes up and we have our best rafting. Do a lot of canoeing in the interim.
So it can change the nature of what boat you take and
which canyon we run, absolutely.
So I see. So there are other canyons too that Big Bend River Tours goes down?
We have a whole series of canyons starting up in the state park, Big Bend Ranch State Park. Colorado Canyon, very popular. We're doing Santa Elena today. Mariscal is my personal favorite, and Boquillas. Then we have Temple, lower canyons. But go with somebody you like. That's going to take 10 days to a week. This is Santa Elena Canyon. This is the entrance camp right behind it. The beginning of the canyon is not nearly as tall as the exit. There's something called the Basin and Range faulting period that tilted all this rock, and so the deeper we go into the canyon, the deeper it gets. A few hundred feet here, it'll be 1,500 feet we get to the other end. A lot of birds out here. More birds in this park than any other national park in the nation. Yeah, the rock slide was a major obstacle for the Hill Expedition 1899. It took them 3 days to do what took us 3 minutes to go through. They had wooden dories and they couldn't bounce off the rocks like we did. They called it Camp Misery. They had the portage around it. And there's no trail. It's climbing up on the rocks, and it would have been miserable.
John, interesting film coloration in these cliffs. It's more gray down below, and then it gets pretty up above. Is it two different kinds of rocks?
No, same rock. This has been abraded by the river. No, that's the natural color of all this rock. Just under the surface of that rock up there is that same color, gray. That rock has minerals oxidizing, iron rusting red, manganese turning black. But you hit it with a rock hammer, it's just that gray. It's all sand, a lot of limestone. Excuse me.
My understanding is that the Mariscal Canyon is actually in the part of the park they call the Big Bend. Is that right?
Right. This whole area is the Big Bend. The name came from that elbow in the river. There's 2 mountain ranges that cross here. The Rockies coming down, Ouachita Rajani, which is the Appalachian Mountains coming across. The only place in North America where that happens. And the theory is that's why the river makes that big meander and gives Texas its unique shape. Big Bend.
Well, John, we had a great tour. We thank you for taking us along.
Our pleasure.
It was magnificent. You were right. And we want to be sure and thank our good friends at Big Bend River Tour for doing a great job of helping us to experience this. If somebody wants to book a trip, how can they reach you?
There's a 1-800 number, and there's a website, www.bigbendrivertours.com.
Sounds good to me. You won't regret it. This is Gary Bodiford saying Bye till next time.